Welcome back to Crawlspace Encounters. If you're new to the channel, check this out. This is about a lot of construction fails, a lot of crawlspace homes. I kind of mix it up a little bit, but just some things most people aren't even aware is going on with their homes. If you're back to the channel, check this one out. This is actually a fairly new build, wow, this is what I found. Actually, this wasn't one of those unedited ones. I actually crawled it, saw what I saw, and went back in and decided to film this. But bad. This is a builder is gonna have to eat this one, because this is carelessness, is what I'm saying. Just trying to. I can't. You know, a lot of people give builders a lot of grief, and yeah, you know, they have to get hit first, but they hire superintendents to look after the subs, and superintendents, for the most part here, a lot of superintendents here that I've personally known myself, have had experience, they suck. They don't keep an eye on what these subs are doing, and they just want you to sign at that 1-year walkthrough and move on to that next house and be done, man. I can't tell you, that is a massive problem here in South Carolina. Things that wouldn't fly where I've been, where I've lived before in Florida. Inspectors were pretty hard down there, man. You know, but here, I'm surprised these superintendents allowed a lot of these subs to get away with some things. But this video is crazy, man. What I just discovered here will blow your mind, but uncalled for. So check it out. I'll see you in the crawl space. Alright, well, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here, but if you bear with me, it's going to take me a minute to get there, because this crawl space is absolutely immense. So this is actually a new construction home. Got these joists. I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, they're all particle board, everything's just pressed. Everybody's got, I was gonna throw a name out there, but everybody's got a name for them. I call them I-beam joists, engineered floor joists, however way you want to name them. But I gotta show you something over here. Well, let me clean the lens real quick. Ooh. Get that focus back on. Man, it's really humid down here. This crawl space is very large, but I gotta show you one of these things. Builders intend to leave a lot of wood behind. They finish their construction, they throw their vapor barrier down, but they leave just an immense amount of lumber, sometimes in crawl spaces. I like to flip them up, get them at least on top of the plastic. But there's an area here, you gotta check this out. This is a recheck I'm doing here. So this contractor employee, I don't know if these people have superintendents to check up after their employees. Look at this floor joist they left down here. A massive floor joist. But it was down here. Yeah, it was down here. I'm telling you, this crawl space is absolutely enormous. So they left another floor joist down here. Look at this. Let me get that spider web off the lens. Nothing like going back and checking on the video when you're done and then noticing that there was a spider web in that damn clip you just did. And then you're like, man, that was some good footage. And I don't want to share footage with all kinds of spider webs. Alright, so here's a joist. This was also in the ground. And one of the reasons why this is not a good idea is around here, we got bad termite problems. And the termites definitely got to this. Look at that. Eastern subterranean termites. Why it is so important to not leave wood debris behind. You know, these contractors just leave behind all this wood debris. Then before you know it, oh my god, this thing is huge. You got a major termite problem. The termites already. Look at that, oh my god. See, that's exactly how they would eat your wood beam. And it doesn't take long for them to start from the ground, work their way up, and find that. That right there is non-pressure treated lumber. Keep this in mind that this joist right here is the same joist that's up here. They just had an extra one, and they just decided to leave it in the ground and cover it with their plastic. That is a builder problem. You know, they should have superintendents that's going behind their contractors, their subs, and making sure they're just not throwing plastic on top of wood debris. This happens so many times. Yeah, these are termites. This could have been a huge, huge problem if it's gone unnoticed. And to be honest with you, I don't see if this homeowner would have ever come down here. These guys finish up on this lumber, or the queen decides to call some more workers to the area and start wandering around up into the foundation. Like I said, this house is pristine. When I say gorgeous, it is a gorgeous home. But these builders, a lot of them, they're careless, man. Look, another big chunk of wood underneath the plastic. Not good. Look at that clay. That clay is so moist. So that moisture, this clay holds so much water. These subterranean termites need that moisture to survive. They dig this. This is why they love crawlspace homes. Now I'll give it. They love underneath. They like slab houses too, because just underneath the slab, you got moist soil. But down here in the crawl space, you most definitely feel the humidity. You can see these copper pipes all have mineral deposit on them. And this house is a baby, man. Already with some pretty serious problems. This humidity is going to be a big, big problem here eventually. You know, I see a little bit of mildew growth here and there, but for the most part, this is going to be a major problem here. I don't see this house lasting too long without having to get into already doing moisture remediations down here. I mean, to be honest, this crawl space has to be about I don't know, 2,600 square feet just a crawl space. This is a 3-car garage in a very, very expensive neighborhood. Look at this giant floor joist I left behind. These things ain't cheap, man. Take this back to the shop and use this for another house, or you can cut these up, use them for whatever else you're going to use them for, but you definitely don't tuck it underneath the plastic. I worked for a termite company at one time, and I'm not going to mention any names, but we did pre-treats to this builder, and their contractors would leave so much wood behind, and then after I don't know, 2-3 years going into it, termites would find the wood and then start going looking for more food into the foundation of the house, just exactly like this scenario right now. So what I would advise is, and as I'm crawling around, I mean, I see little pieces of wood everywhere. This vapor barrier stinks anyway, so I would probably get a good clean out. You already got mildew growth growing right here. That's not good. Like I said, this house is a baby. You already got mildew. That's called powdery white mildew. You can tell these duct lines they condensate here. They should be condensating here pretty soon. It's already, again, well, we haven't even started summer yet, but just about there. These will start leaking water here pretty soon. It's too humid. It's extremely humid down here right now. Whew. You know what it is? These houses are just so huge, and there's just no way to get it properly ventilated. I mean, you're looking at this, you can't even see the other side. So you got these little vents around the house. That's just, they barely let in any airflow, especially when you have bushes growing in front of them. Then you've got a deck back there. You're not getting any airflow down here, so you got this really stale humidity going on. Whew. This is like perfect for termites to just start building a mud tube, come up, and start causing headaches. Not good. So definitely going to inform the homeowner of what's going on, but I thought I'd share this with you. I know I told you that this spring and summer I was probably going to be doing a lot of videos on termites, because I always come across termites. And I like to do a lot of moisture work, just show maybe some plumbing problems, some leaks, HVAC, you know, any kind of things that homeowners should probably be aware of when they have a crawl space, or just awareness to contractors that want to check up after your boys when they go out there and work. But in this case, this builder, man, I know builders have superintendents. You gotta keep your subs in line, man. You have to. Because now there's a termite problem, and to treat this house for termites, it's probably gonna cost an arm and a leg. And the builder's been gone for quite some time, so ain't nobody gonna take any responsibility for this. You can tell this all drips water. Okay, that's all water stains from these duct lines. These babies are running nice cold air, and then they start dripping water. Before you know it, all that water as it evaporates, it's just the wood sucking it all up. But I'm going to show you some good ones this year on that. God, I'll see some duck lines like this, flex lines, they'll have these huge bellies just full of water, man. Absolutely crazy. You can see this right here. This all gets filled up with water pretty good. It's already dripping right there. But as the humidity just hangs on and hangs on, these crawl spaces take an absolute beating. That's why I'm such a fan of encapsulations. I don't care how you encapsulate it. I'm not, you know, that's why I don't name companies. I don't do that. As long as you seal it up somehow fairly good and put a proper dehumidifier, make sure you install it properly, control it down here. None of this will happen. None of this will be condensating. No water be dripping. But believe it or not, this video wasn't even so much about moisture, but to show you how that contractor. I'm always going to blame the builder, man, because it starts with the builder. They hire the contractors, so the blame is on them. But to leave these giant floor joists underneath the plastic for the same reason why I say that's not good to have, because it's going to attract termites. Well, we found one today, and we're going to find a whole bunch more. So check out my other videos. They're super interesting. I've got a lot of them out there. Scroll through them. Some of them are good. Some of them you might get a real kick out of. But you'll dig. I've been having fun with this channel. It's been about a year almost. In August. Got some good following so far. A lot of comments. A lot of you guys will comment. Obviously, have done your homework. Sometimes some of you guys have done your homework more so than I have, but hey, this is about learning, man. We all learn from each other. This is how we get better. Anyway, listen, have yourselves a good one. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and check me out. Leave a comment. See ya.